Started. So hey, hi everyone, welcome to the reading challenge for every day, which is at least for 91 days, and it's a very awesome day. So let's begin today's our session, reading session, and as usual, it will be always no sorry, it will be awesome. And I'm feeling very good about today that we have almost completed our 13 day of challenges now, like it's 14 day 1 4, and it's a very awesome day. That we have completed 13 day, and without like inconsistency we have been very consistent for reading challenges, and it's very awesome that we are showing off every day, which is kind of very cool. And yeah, again, it's very awesome. So if you are watching, very welcome to this live streaming, or after this live stream, even if you are watching, welcome to this video where we read every day to our it's challenge of 91 days. And let's see after 91 days what is going to be happen. But again, it's very awesome day with my cold and cough. Sometimes it's very difficult, when you have cold, not a cough but a cold, then you'll be like, oh man, you are not able to speak because the cold is just interrupting you in between. It is just saying that you don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it because it's very awesome day. So as we have been reading the book Hardwiring Happiness, we are going to read it today as well, and might be we'll finish it very soon, because as earlier we are speaking more, not speaking, sorry, as we are reading more rather than speaking more, because earlier I like when I see my videos in that videos, I'm seeing myself. I'm seeing myself that I'm talking more rather than reading. But now I'm reading more rather than talking. So it's very awesome, because eventually we have to read, as we have taken this challenge to read. So we are going to read only. In talking session we are talking like I'm just thinking that after finishing this we are going to have a session at least for 30 minutes or 1 hour. In that we are just going to talk on some kind of topic, where I'm going to find those topics so that we can improve our communication, we can improve our storytelling, we can improve our like speeches. That's the my like goal, basically basic goal. But before starting that, I'm just thinking that I should read this, because as I have already told you that after 10 days I'm going to go for exercise as well, exercise challenge. But nowadays it is like, for me it's very hard to do exercise challenge as well, because of my time, because of my routine, like as I have to work, as well as I have taken a different challenge which is for editing. So it's kind of like I won't be having much time for exercise, so I'm just keeping it for afterward. Like after completing this challenge or editing challenge, we are going to perform exercise challenge, as well as there will be one another challenge that I talked earlier, which is related to communication, speeches, or and your storytelling. We are going to find the things, we are going to perform it. So I'll keep it for 30 minutes, and we'll have it very good in the sense like what are the things I learned, what we are going to talk about today, and all those related to. But it's very far away from today, like it's been, I guess, 75 days from now, 76 or 75, something like that. So it's afterward goal challenge that we are going to perform, or we are going to like have. But for now it's all related to reading and editing. So that's we are going to perform. By the way, that's all about for introduction, and let's begin our reading session here. And one more thing, that's it's a very awesome day. Try reading, try like showing off every day. You'll feel good, you'll feel awesome, and this is how you are going to grow. We are going to grow, not you, we actually. So yes, we are growing, we are following the things, we are showing off, showing every day, we are reading. So let's begin. So yesterday we read this paragraph, but I'm going to read from this paragraph. As a result, while the reactive mode is designed to be a short-lived temperature departure from the home base of healthy equilibrium, for many people it's become the new normal, a kind of chronic inner homelessness. This may not feel awful. You may just carry around a background sense of being pressed, has tense, prickly, drained, inadequate, uneasy, or glum. But it is bad for your well-being, health, and relationships. Cost of the reactive mode. Going red feels bad emotionally, shifts perspectives negatively, and impairs learning. It sucks up resources that could have been used for pleasure and ease, and for personal healing and growth. It makes us hunker down, muzzle self-expression, and dream smaller dreams. It promotes problematic self-soothing or self-medicating through overeating, drugs, alcohol, video games, or pornography. Meanwhile, your body's stress reaction, halt long-term building and repair. The red zone feels bad because it is bad. Its unpleasantness is a primal signal that you should leave it as fast as you can and avoid it if possible. We shouldn't underestimate the growing impact of reactive experiences. Over time, they are a risk factor for depression and other mental issues. Many psychological disorders involve reactive extremes in one of the brain's three operating systems. For example, generalized anxiety, anorophobia. You can listen its pronunciation because I won't be able to listen it because its output is from like it will be in YouTube only.
Agoraphobia.
I hope you listened it and agoraphobia, post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD), obsessive compulsive disorder, dissociative disorder, social anxiety, and panic are related to the avoiding system. Substance abuse or independence and rather addictive processes are related to the approaching system. Insecure attachment, narcissism, borderline personality disorder, antisocial behavior, and consequences of child abuse and neglect are related to the attaching system. In your body, the gradually accumulating burden of reactive experiences is called allostatic load, which increases inflammation, weakens your immune system, and wears on your cardiovascular system. In your brain, allostatic load causes neurons to atrophy in the prefrontal cortex, the center of the top-down executive control, in the hippocampus, the center of learning and memory, and in the other regions, it impairs myelination and insulating of neural fibers to speed along their signals, which can weaken the connectivity between different regions of your brain so they don't work together as well as they should. For example, it could become harder for you to stay in touch with the big picture if someone else provoking you. Chronic stress also reduces the neurotrophin, BDNF, which we need to protect neurons and promote learning, particularly in prefrontal cortex. I'm finding my footrest, which is very awesome. Everything is very awesome. in your body, the gradually accumulating burden of reactive experiences is called allostatic load, which increases inflammation, weakens your immune system, and wears on your cardiovascular system. In your brain, allostatic load causes neurons to atrophy in the prefrontal cortex, the center of top-down executive control, in the hippocampus, the center of learning and memory, and in other regions, it impairs myelination, the insulating of neural fibers to speed along their signals, which can weaken the connectivity between different regions of your brain, so they don't work together as well as they should. For example, it could become harder for you to stay in touch with the big picture if someone else is provoking you. Chronic stress also reduces the neurotrophin, BDNF, which we need to protect neurons and promote learning, particularly in the prefrontal cortex. In relationships, seeing red has powerful negative effects. I've been very hurt by people who have put me down or let me down, and I know I hurt others in similar ways. Just think about how it felt when you were wronged or mistreated in a significant relationship. Simply regarding others as them, even when there is no conflict, reduces our capacity for empathy and increases our tendency to dehumanize and devalue those people. Compared to other animals, humans are particularly prone to retaliation. Reactivity feeds conflict, which feeds reactivity in an escalating cycle of grievance, grudge, and playback. Now let's step back and consider the wider implications. Now, the brain is the most influential organ in the body, the primary source of the brain's contribution to our reaction, unhappiness, psychopathology, lifestyle. Best illness and relationship problems is its red reactive setting. The choice. These two ways in which the brain operates, responsive and reactive, green and red, are the foundation of human nature. We have no choice about the vital needs the brain serves, avoiding harms, approaching overwards, and attaching to others, nor about its capacity to be in either mode, green or red. Our only choice is which mode we are in. See table 4 for a comparison of the two modes. Living under the shadow of danger and pain, hunger and loss, and social aggregation, aggression, and humiliation. Primates and early humans evolved a brain that is prone to crave and suffer in order to survive. When conditions were harsh, most individuals died young, and bands feared and fought each other. The short-term benefits of the reactive mode overweighed its long-term costs. But these days, when conditions are better, people want a long and healthy life, and billions of us need to live cooperatively together. The cost of reactive mode greatly outweighed its benefit. In fact, one of the brain's major design feature for passing on genes is now a design flaw, a bug. In the 21st century, what can you do about it? Table 4 Summary of responsive and reactive modes. You can use your mind to change your brain for the better. In particular, you can engage life from the responsive mode as much as possible, contain and calm reactive states when they occur, and return to your responsive home base as soon as you can. This is the better path, the alternative to stress, unhappiness, conflicts with others, and many health problems. And as you follow this path, it will become easier to stay on it, since your brain will become increasingly biased toward it, developing a responsivity bias. We saw in chapter 2 that the negativity bias that has 5 fixed features. It makes you get reactive when conditions are challenging, feel uneasy, dissatisfied, and disconnected even when conditions are fine. Overlearn from bad experiences, become quickly sensitized toward reactivity, and return slowly to responsive mode. Even then, the cost is clear. But we are not stuck with being this way. Over time, taking in the good could actually turn your brain's negativity bias into a responsivity bias. Now, with 5 very different features that will help you stay centered, strong, healthy, and happy. First, whether you go responsive or reactive, Now, when you are challenged depends on what has been woven into your brain. Repeatedly internalizing positive experiences builds up inner strength so you can meet life's challenges without fear, frustration, or heartache. Second, taking in the good shows you again and again that you are basically all right now. That there are always grounds for gratitude and gladness, and that you are cared about and worthy. Third, your increasingly positive experiences and growing inner strengths will prevent negative experiences from sleeping into your mind and sinking into your brain. As your mental garden fills with flowers, there is less room for weeds to grow. Fourth, as we saw earlier in this chapter, you will be sensitizing your brain to the positive, positive, making it like Velcro for good. Fifth, if you have already become stressed, upset, or unhappy, starting to take in the good as soon as you can do so authentically begins the recovery process from reactive states. Further, as taking in the good builds up your inner strength, your body will become increasingly resilient and your mind will become increasingly centered in a fundamental peace, contentment, and love. You'll recover more quickly from negative experiences in general. Taking in the good brings you home to a comfortable intimacy with your own experience, to a confident openness to a life, to a sense of competence, even mastery with your own mind. Reactive material may still come up for you, it does for me, but you will be increasingly able to hold it in a responsive framework. When my mother passed away, I felt sad and lost, but these feelings were like storm clouds in a big sky of acceptance, gratitude, and a love for my family. Even if one of your brain's operating system is blinking red, the other two can remain green. For instance, you might feel worried about an unexpected bill avoiding, while also being glad about having a steady job approaching and feeling supported by your mate attaching. Even in hard times, you can still take simple actions within your each that have been designed by Mother Nature and to dial down the rate, dial up the green, and bring you back to your resting state. Actions such as exhaling slowly, remembering a time you felt strong, savoring a physical pleasure, thinking about someone who cares about you, and feeling loving yourself. These are not miracle cures, but with time and effort, practice, it is perfectly natural for you to spend most minutes of most days resting in the responsive mode of your brain. Peace, contentment, and love are important aims for most people. These are the rewards, the fruits of a good life. I'm really sorry for sneezing. It will gonna come for a while because whenever I get sneeze, it's come immediately like 4 or 5 likewise. But it's okay. We are still drilling. We are showing off. We are going. It's very awesome day. Actually, I was not getting open myself. No, it is on live streaming earlier because I was feeling anxious. I was feeling stressed about camera, about people who is gonna watch me, what they are gonna say. But like we have been doing these challenges for 14 days, and I'm becoming comfortable talking to camera in the sense right now I can see the camera, but gradually I started feeling I start feeling that you are watching me, you are seeing me, you will be like you are going to connect with me. So I have in my mind, I feel it personally. So I'm getting very open, I'm getting very like comfortable now, like I can sneeze very nicely. Actually, earlier when I was sneezing, I was thinking about, oh man, what people are gonna think about it, what people are gonna say, I'm sneezing or what, how I'm sneezing, how am I looking, like all of those questions. But nowadays it's like, for me it's okay, even if people are gonna say, it's kind of their thoughts, it's kind of thoughts. Yeah, that's the thing. I can't do anything about it. If it's good feedback, then I can improve. If it's kind of like if it is not useful for me, useful in the sense, let's say someone comments and it's the comment is more toward her or his reactivity. So like it's not my like responsibility to make it correct or something. I just have to let it go because it's the thing. And that is how like I'm interacting with you guys. I'm very comfortable now. No, I can't say complete comfortable, but I am comfortable. I can talk, I can sneeze, I can see here, I can see there, I can do this, I can do that. Like I'm comfortable, I can say eventually. But earlier I was not even like how I am sitting. That was also I'm thinking. So it's kind of, yeah, once you started doing things, then definitely things changes now after a certain period of repetitions. And yeah, it's very awesome. If you also started doing this, then very like what we say, not a thank you, but yeah, hope you are gonna get this and you will be consistent. And if you are for, like being with me, then yeah, definitely we are gonna do it. There are some words I don't say, which is like in my mind, so it's very awesome. Nowadays I'm laughing as well on with you, like yeah, it's like happening automatically. That's very awesome. And let's read. I'll read second paragraph again because I forgot somewhere where I was reading live, but I'm not seeing the line itself or sentence or word where the life is. But let's read it again from starting. Even in hard times, and you can still take simple action within your reach now that have been designed by Mother Nature to dial down the red, dial up the green, and bring you back to your resting state. Actions such as exhaling slowly, remembering a time you felt strong, savoring physical pleasure, thinking about someone who cares about you, and feeling loving yourself. These are not miracle cures, but with time and effort and practice, it is perfectly natural for you to spend most days resting in the responsive mode of your brain. Peace, contentment, and love are important aims for most people. These are the rewards, the fruits of good life. I was saying that I was reading somewhere else, good life, but I forgot where exactly I was reading. So, this is where we were reading. Additionally, because of experience dependent neuroplasticity, these experiences are a powerful method, a wonderful path for transforming your brain. Every time you take in the sense of feeling safe, satisfied, or connected, you stimulate the responsive circuits in your brain. When you stimulate a neural circuit, you strengthen it. To borrow a Tibetan saying, taking in the good is taking the fruit as path. Happiness is skillful means taking it in. The brain was built in three stages: brain stem, subcortex, and cortex, that are loosely related to reptilian, mammalian, and primate evolution. In a parallel process, the two branches of the vagus nerve also developed. As the brain evolved, so did its capability to meet our three coordinates: safety, satisfaction, and connection, through a respectively three operating systems that avoid harms, approach rewards, and attach to others. Satisfaction, connection, safety. The avoiding, approaching, and attaching system is your brain have essentially two settings. Now, when you experience that your core needs are met in any system, it returns to its resting state, its green responsive mode. In this homeostatic setting, the home base of the brain, your body refuels and repeats itself. Meanwhile, your mind rests in a basic sense of peace, contentment, and love. In terms of avoiding, approaching, and attaching systems, you still engage life with all of its challenges, but with an underlying sense of security, fulfillment, and caring. When your brain goes green, you are not disturbed by threat, loss, or rejection, and thus there is no real basis for aversion, grasping, or clinging. Now, for our craving, in the responsive mode, there is little or no fuel for stress, anxiety, irritation, drivenness, dissatisfaction, sadness, hurt, envy, or conflicts for our suffering. On the other hand, when you experience that a core need is not met due to the negativity bias, your brain quickly shifts into its rate, fight, flight, freeze reactive mode. In this allostatic setting, bodily resources are drained while building projects are put on hold. In the red zone, your mind is colored by fear, frustration, and heartache in terms of the avoiding, approaching, and attaching system. Our reptilian, mammalian, primate, and human ancestor typically spend long periods in the responsive mode, punctuated by brief bursts of reactive stress followed by another long stretch of responsive recovery. Modern life violates this ancient template with its pervasive, mild to moderate stressors. Consequently, the reactive mode has become the new normal. For many people, a kind of chronic inner homelessness that has harmful effects on mental and physical health and on relationships. Now, taking in the good draws you out of reactive episodes and strengthens the responsive capacities of your brain. As you view an underlying sense of strength and well-being into yourself, your happiness becomes increasingly unconditional, less and less based on external conditions. Remarkably, the experiences of peace, contentment, and love that are important aims for a good life are also powerful methods for achieving it. Heal yourself. A friend of mine suddenly lost her relationship after more than a decade of happiness with her partner. He was the love of her life. Now, after he left, she felt empty and despairing. She talked with her friends, exercised, meditated, and saw a therapist, all of which helped, but her grief still felt intense and sometimes overwhelming. Then she decided to add taking in the good to the other things she was doing to feel better, and something began to shift. When I went for a run, she told me later, I felt good. When I stayed with how this felt, it was like the good feelings were soaking into my mind around the body. The same thing happened when she took a hot bath and let the relaxation sink in, or took the extra seconds to enjoy the satisfaction she felt. When she finished a project at work, sadness and hopelessness began to pass away. After a few weeks, she said that taking in good feelings a few times each day played a real role in easing her sense of loss. I honestly feel it helped me to learn to be happy again. Sometimes what happens when you expect the things and it don't happen, then you feel bad. Right now I'm expecting that someone is join, someone will listen, but I have to remind myself that it's okay even if it's no one joining. We are doing for ourselves, for you, for me. So even if people are not joining, it's okay. We are still growing, we are going to grow, we are learning, we are reading, and this is very awesome day. When you, her story is pretty dramatic, but it's true. My friend didn't try to paper over hurt and sadness with positive thinking. She let her grief be, and slowly, over many months, it let go. Now, along the way, when she could, she let in positive experiences of vitality, relaxation, satisfaction, and eventually a joy. When you tilt toward the good, you are not denying or resisting the bad. You are simply acknowledging, enjoying, and using the good. using the good. You are aware of the whole truth, all the tiles of the mosaic of life, not only the negative ones. You recognize the good in yourself, in others, in the world, and in the future we can make together. And when you choose to, you take it in. Take it in. The first step of taking in the good. Technically, taking in the good is the deliberate internalization of positive experiences in implicit memory. It involves four simple steps: have a positive experience, enrich it, absorb it, link positive and negative material. Step first activates a positive mental states, and step 2, 3, and 4 install it in your brain. The first letter of each step produces the acronym HEAL. The first three steps focus entirely on positive experiences. The fourth step is optional but powerful. It uses positive thoughts and feelings to soothe, reduce, and potentially replace negative ones. Something is happening. I'm itching in my eye, and if I started itching it, then it will swell. So I am just avoiding not to itch. Anyway, let's start reading again. Let's continue. A quick walk up the step. I'll summarize the step here, and then chapter 5 to 10 will cover them in depth. If you would like to get an experiential sense of this practice, see the box test of taking in the good. This page. Now, when you are actually taking in the good and oh, the three of or four steps tend to blend together. But when you are first learning this practice, it helps to be clear about what is specifically happening within each one. Next step first, have a positive experience. Notice a positive experience that's already present in the foreground or background of your awareness, such as a physical pleasure, a sense of determination, or feeling close to someone, or create a positive experience for yourself. For example, you could think about things for which you are grateful, bring to mind a friend, or recognize a task you have completed. As much as you can help ideas like this become emotionally rewarding experiences. Otherwise, it's merely positive thinking. Step 2, enrich it. Stay with the positive experience for 5 to 10 seconds or longer. Now open to the feeling in it and try to sense it in your body. Let it fill your mind. Enjoy it. Gently encourage the experience to be more intense. Find something fresh or novel about it. Recognize how it's personally relevant, how it could nourish or help you, or make a difference in your life. Get those neurons really firing together, so they'll really wire together. Step 3, absorb it. Intent and sense that the experience is sinking into your as you sink into it. Let it really land in your mind. Perhaps visualize it shifting down into you like garden dust, or feel it easing you like a soothing balm, or place it like a jewel in the treasure chest of your heart. Know that the experience is becoming part of you, a resource inside that you can take with you wherever you go. A test of taking in the good. Now, would you like to get a sense of how it feels to take in the good? I'll suggest some prompts here that you can use for the first three steps. We'll explore the fourth one in chapter 8. Take my prompt and go through the first three steps on your own. Notice something pleasant that's already present in your experience, perhaps a relaxed sense of breathing, comfort, or curiosity. Find something good in your immediate situation, perhaps something sturdy, well made, productive, useful, or beautiful, such as cozy chair, a tree out the window, or a picture of the wall on the wall. Think of something you are glad about in your life these days or in your past. It could be as simple as having a roof over your head, bring to mind someone who makes you feel cared about. It need not be a perfect relationship, but the caring, the warmth for you, the swimming, the wishing you well is genuine. Bring to mind someone you like. Think of some things that help you feel strong, peaceful, grateful, happy, loved, loving. Link positive and negative material optional. While having a vivid, stable sense of positive experience in the foreground of awareness, also be aware of something negative in the background. For example, when you feel included and linked these days, you could sense this experience making contact with feelings of loneliness from your past. If the negative material hijacks your attention, drop it and focus only on the positive. When you feel recentered in the positive, you can let the negative also be present in awareness if you like. Whenever you want, let go of all negative material and rest only in the positive. Then to continue uprooting the negative material a few times over the next hour, be aware of only neutral or positive material while also bringing to mind neutral things, people, situation, ideas that have become associated with the negative material. Getting good at taking in the good. You already know how to take in the good, even if you haven't done it consciously. We have all had the experience of savoring a delicious meal or enjoying a good time with friends, but as with any other skills, you can probably get better at it. So I am going to offer some suggestions here. As you try them, become more aware of how it feels to take in the good, like marking a path in the woods, so you know how to come back the same way again. Appreciating the little things. Most opportunities for a good experience arrive with a little fanfare. You finished an email, the telephone works, you have a friend, and most good experiences are relatively mild. On the 0 to 10 intensity scale, they are ones and twos. No matter, these moments still count in their own right. Plus, they can add up over time to change your brain for the better. Finding good times for good experiences. Typically, you will take in the good during the flow of life. As I write this, our elderly brown and silver cat is curled up on my desk, giving me a cozy feeling of family that is good to take in. As you move through your day, look for chances to let good experiences sink into you. You can also take in the good at specific times. For example, on first waking, you could call to mind an experience that's important to you, such as good wishes to put others. Meals are a traditional opportunity to feel thankful. Just before bed, your mind is very receptive. So no matter what went wrong that day, find something that went right, open on it, and let good feeling come and ease you into sleep. Doing it your way. People take in the good in different ways, and that's fine. Consider gratitude. One person might approach this conceptually. Now, I am blown away by the fact that anything exists at all. That this universe is here with us in it. Talk about gifts. Another person might relate to gratitude concretely, such as by appreciating a friend. Your family background could also play a role. In some homes, sharing pleasures together in a warm and connecting. While in others, positive experiences are more private. Enjoying it. Sometimes it might be hard to let yourself have a good experience. So consider the friend test. If your friend could have a positive experience, would you wish that for him or her? Would you want your friend to be able to enjoy the experience and to take in well? It is equally valid to wish to have positive experiences yourself. You are not looking at the world through rosette rosette-tinted glasses, but rather correcting your brain's tendency to look at it through some tinted ones. And by taking in the good, you become more able to deal with the bad. This doesn't mean putting on a happy face if you feel stressed or let down, but when you have the opportunity, why not let yourself feel good and grow more strengths inside. Of course, every experience, no matter how positive, is impermanent. When you take in the good, you stay in the present, enjoying what is flowing through awareness without trying to grab it as it goes by, opening to it so that it sinks into you. Right now, I'm getting like sleepy. I don't know why. Like might be I slept for I guess for 5 to 6 hours, and just because of that I'm still feeling sleepy. So like it's automatically my eyes are getting closed. So I'm just trying to read it, and I'm gonna do it. I do know about that I'm not gonna like skip it in between. Even like I'm gonna get lots of feelings of sleepy, lots of feeling no not to do it. But there is one more habit in me, that even if I feel anything, I do show off. I actually like work on the things, I do the things, and this is how it makes me feel good. And when you feel good, it's awesome. Of course, every experience, no matter how positive, is impermanent. When you take in the good, just stay in the present, enjoying what is flowing through your awareness without trying to grab it as it goes by, opening to it so that it sinks into you. Being for yourself. To take in the good, you have to learn to help yourself, being for yourself, not against other, but on your own side. Is the foundation of all practices of health, well-being, and effectiveness. Without this instance, you wouldn't be motivated to act on your own behalf. Unfortunately, for reasons such as being criticized a lot as a child, many people are much better friend to others than they are to themselves. The more or that others didn't stick up for you in the past, the more important it is for you to stick up for yourself today, to take in and the strengthen this sense of being on your own side. Try the guided practice in the following box. Being for yourself. This practice uses the first three steps of taking in the good. Adapt my suggestion as you like. This practice uses the first three steps of taking in the good. Adapt my suggestion as you like. I'm literally feeling very sleepy. I don't know why. Sometimes it happens. Whenever I feel sleepy, I go and sleep on my couch, on my sofa, and at least for 15 minutes, and I feel good. I feel good. But right now, it's like, oh man, how can I sleep? But it's kind of very like this, like. I'm gonna remove it. I don't know about it. But it is feeling like eventually I'm falling into my subconscious mind. So you can make sense, but eventually, as I have told my brain, my subconscious mind, that you don't have to fall into the same place, so it is not going to fall. And like I'm feeling I should go and sleep now, but it's kind of thing that I want to read, I want to complete my challenge. After completing my challenge, definitely I'm gonna sleep, but I don't know if I'm gonna get sleep at the time or not. But right now it's like if I go on bed, like I'll feel very good and very awesome. Like there is one feeling that is coming into my mind when I sleep, and we feel like very awesome. The same feeling I'm getting right now. But it's okay. Sometime we are going to face the problems. It's not a problem, but right now it shouldn't come because we are having a reading session, which is kind of challenge for us, and we need to complete this challenge anyhow. So it is not good for now, even if I'm getting it. So that's the thing. Yeah, and sometime while reading anything, we get sleep most of the time. Might be it is just because of that. I have noticed any quality of being for yourself already present in the foreground or background of awareness. Perhaps you can sense or feel a determination to take care of your own needs or good your wishes for yourself, or create this feeling. Bring to mind a time when you were strong on your own behalf, when you self-advocated or were kind of yourself. If it's hard to get on your own side, start by remembering the experience of being for someone else. Feel what this is like, and then see if you can bring the same attitude to yourself. Perhaps get an image or memory of yourself as young, a vulnerable child, and see if you can feel supportive toward that young person. Enrich, open to this feeling. Let it fill your body and mind and become more intense with it. Help it fast. It lasts. Make a sanctuary for it in your mind. May notice different aspects of the experience. Imagine how you would sit or stand or speak if you were on your own side, and then let your posture or facial expression shift in direction. Be aware of how being on your own side would matter for you at home or work. Absorb, sense, and intent. Now that these feelings of being on your own side is sinking into you as you sink into it. Now let this good experience become a part of you. Give yourself over to it. Now let being kind towards yourself. Now wishing yourself well. Be increasingly how you treat yourself. Making it a habit. The brain is a physical system that, like a muscle, gets stronger the more you exercise it. So, make taking in the good a regular part of your life. This will be deliberate at first, but it will become increasingly automatic. Hardly thinking about it, you will be weaving good experiences into your brain. You can routinely take in the good with even the simplest experiences. As this man wrote me, I love to take in the good whenever I eat an orange. Now I have at least two a day, so I get an opportunity to experience this moment often. Now, as I break through the skin, I gently close my eyes and breathe in the sweet scent. I hold that pleasure in my mind and think about how I am the first person ever to see inside this orange and test its fruit. Now, although this experience takes less than a minute, it has an enormous positive effect on my mood and energy level. I look forward to it throughout the day. Taking in what you need. You can use the heal step for any positive experience, but as you have probably seen in your life, some experiences feel more and nourishing than other ones. Now, how can you focus on the experiences that will help you the most? This is where taking in the good gets very personal and very wonderful. For you can take in the experiences that are specifically aimed at your own wants and needs. Perhaps you would like to feel less worried, self-critical, or insecure. Perhaps you are dealing with a tough situation at home or work, or you would like to feel motivated to exercise more or drink less. Perhaps you would simply like to feel happier, more at ease in life, and more loved. What if you had more of it inside you? Would make a difference for you? I'm literally getting sleep. So much sleep. I shouldn't say this, but okay. I'm not getting. Earlier I was not even awning, but right yawning, not awning. Right now it's yawning as well because I'm saying it again and again and see how much effects it has on like now when you will say something then it will have so much impacts on your brain. So no need to say something that you don't want. Hey, very welcome to my live streaming where we read every day for 2 hours and it's a challenge of 91 days because you're joined and after joining people are like just seeing and going. Let's see, you also went, but it's okay. Sometimes like my live streaming is not being seen by people who really want to read with me. So it will take some time, and I will wait for them. It could 6 months, it could be one year, like it could be anything. But the eventual goal, the main goal, is related to me and you, that we have to improve and we are growing. If you are seeing me, definitely, if you are following the things together, like with me, if you are doing the reading challenge, exercising challenge, doing something that is making you better than yesterday, so definitely after a period of time you will be able to get yourself in a good position. So this is what we are doing right now. So very welcome to my live streaming if you are watching again, and let's read begin. Let's start reading again. Perhaps you would like to feel you can use the heel steps. You can use the heel step for any positive experience, but as you have probably seen your own life, some experiences feel more nourishing than other ones do. Now, how can you focus on the experiences that will help you the most? Now, this is where taking in the good gets very personal and very wonderful for you. For you can take in the experiences that are specifically aimed at your own wants and needs. Perhaps you'd like to feel less worried, self-critical, or insecure. Perhaps you are dealing with a tough situation at home or work, or you would like to feel motivated to exercise more or drink less. Perhaps you simply like to feel happier, more at ease in life, and more loved. Now, what if you had more heat inside you? Would make a big difference for you? A good way to answer this question is in terms of your brain's three operating systems. If you feel worried, tense, pushed down, or helpless, that triggers the avoiding harm system. You would be particularly helped by resource experiences related to this system, such as protection, safety, relaxation, strength, agency, sadness, disappointment, frustration, drivenness, pressure, or boredom. They engage the approaching rewards system and are best addressed by related resource experiences of gratitude, pleasure, accomplishment, and satisfaction. Now, feeling left out, or hurt, inadequate, envious, lonely, resentful, or provoked involves the attaching to other system. So resource experience of belonging, self-compassion, being appreciated, friendship, kindness, and assertiveness would especially help here. In other words, a problem requires a solution that's matched to it. If you have scurvy, you need vitamin C. For years, I tried to fulfill my needs for love, a need that everyone has, by peeling up accomplishments, but this never worked because I was trying to fix and attaching to others type of problem with an approaching rewards type of solution. In effect, I took a lot of iron pills for scurvy, which didn't help. Only by taking in attaching type experiences, feeling seen, included, respected, liked, and cherished, have I been able to gradually take care of these need of mine. So, what is your own vitamin C? It could be related to a current situation, a long-standing difficulty with another person, or an old wound from your childhood. When you know that you want to take in and grow inside yourself, you can look for opportunities in daily life to experience it and install it in your brain by using the heal step. You are being on your own side, a good friend to yourself, giving yourself the psychological nutrient you need. Once it's installed, this inner strength will be easier to activate the next time you need it, and then you can reinstall it, deepening its neural trace in a positive circle. And of course, you can use this approach for more than one vitamin, for more than one resource experience. I'm feeling sleepy, that's why I'm just taking pause. Here is an example of taking in experiences that are specifically targeted at a person's needs. In this case, in the avoiding harms system, I was having panic attack, and so each day I went out on my back porch, yeah, and focused on my garden. I would look at the plants I love and watch the insects buzz around. The birds hover between plants and the sunshine filtered through the leaves. For a few minutes. I would take in the feeling of safety I had in my garden. Sometimes I imagined this confidence and peace, making a garden protective bubble around me. Then I would pick up a small object from the garden and put it in my pocket. When I started to feel uncomfortable anxiety, I held the object, remembering how I felt in my garden and bringing those feelings of strength and peace into my mind. Even if you can't to get every bit of the experience you want, at least you can get parts of it. You have got to start somewhere, so take the step that's in front of you. When I first went to college, I was very shy. One night my roommate asked me if I wanted to come along with him and a group of women, uh, of a young woman. This made me very nervous, but it was a step toward the relationship experiences I knew I needed. So I made myself go with him and stayed quiet. But it turned out alright. They were nice to me and I felt included. Over the next few days, I ran mental replays of what had happened, taking in these good feelings again and again. This helped me be a little more open the next time I got asked along, which brought me even richer experiences of being wanted, appreciated, and liked. One good thing led to another. I really broke out of my shell in college, which put me on a life path I couldn't have dreamed of as a dorky kid in high school. Looking back nearly 40 years later, I see that a key step on that path was saying yes to my roommate that night. It's good to take in the good. It takes a little effort to take in the good, especially in the beginning. Plus, you might have some internal blocks to doing it, such as the beliefs that it's selfish to feel good. To get through blocks like this one, see chapter 9. Motivation is the key to sticking with anything. Thus, it helps to know why taking in the good is good for you and others. So, I would like to summarize the benefits of this practice and including some I have already mentioned. By taking just a few extra seconds to stay with positive experience, even the comfort in a single breath, you will help turn passing mental state into lasting neural structure. Over time, you can feel your inner soul house with the strengths you need, such as feelings at ease rather than irritable, loved rather than mistreated, and resourced rather than running on empty. These strengths will foster well-being and effectiveness, heal ecological issues such as anxiety, and support creativity, actualization, and spiritual practice. Inherently, the taking in the good is a way to be active rather than a passive, a hammer rather than a nail. At a time when many people feel pushed and prodded by events and their reaction to them, it's also a way to treat yourself like you matter, which is especially important if other haven't. This practice brings you into the present moment and reduces rumination, that repetitive rehashing of things in your mind that foster mental and physical health problems. It teaches you to have a more control over your attention, so you can keep it on what's good for you and others, pull it away from what's bad. All the while, you will be sensitizing your brain to positive experiences, making it like velcro for the good of far-reaching benefit. Growing your inner strength through taking in the good is like deepening the keel of a sailboat, so that it's less jostled by the worldly winds. It recovers more quickly from big storms, and you can now safely head out into the into deeper waters in pursuit of your dreams. You will be turning moments of hedonic well-being into a more fundamental ongoing sense of fulfillment and meaning, what is called eudaimonic well-being. In a positive circle, feeling better helps you act better, which helps the world treat you better, which helps you feel better. Taking in the good is not about chasing after pleasure or chasing of pain. It's about bringing the chase to an end. When you get good experiences into your brain, when you build up the sense of being already peaceful, content, and loved, your well-being becomes increasingly unconditional, less dependent on external conditions such as a partner being nice or a good day at work. As your positive mental states become positive mental traits, you will gradually rest in a happiness that emerges naturally inside you. I don't know why it is getting difficult today, but we are gonna show off. We are gonna do it. I do know about it. So let's read. But just as good facts do not cancel bad ones, no, bad facts do not cancel good ones. No, good facts are all around you, even in a challenging life. Things are large and small that supports your happiness and welfare, and the happiness and welfare of others. Chocolate is delicious, beautiful. Sights and sounds are around is all around. You do get many things done each day, and you do make a difference to others. You can enjoy the result of the hard work of countless people you have made our world today. Turn on a tap and there is water. Flip a switch and there is a light. You have the good fortune of human body, brain and mind painstakingly crafted through 3.5 billion years evolution. More vastly, you have been gifted by the universe altogether. Every mom heavier than every atom heavier than helium. The oxygen in air and water in water, the calcium in teeth and bones, the iron in blood was born inside the star. You are literally made out of stardust. There are people who wish you well, who like you, who see the good in you. Almost certainly, you are loved, your kind heart and intentions are real. They exist. You have created much good in the past and you continue to do so in the present. Like me, you are not a perfect person. No one is, no, but you are a good one. Good facts abide and abound, no matter how obscured in this moment and in most others. You are all right now. Each moment of experience is saturated with an almost overwhelming fullness. You are continuously connected with all things. If you have a sense of something transcendental, such as God, Spirit, or whatever is meaningful to you, then these too is a marvelous goodness. Besides the good here in the present, there were good facts in your past, and here will be good ones in your future. Just think of some of the pleasurable, fulfilling, or meaningful times you have had, or some of your accomplishment, or people who have seen the light in you and loved you. Think of the future, the good that could happen, the love you could give, get. All these good means that each day is like a winding path, Steven. With pearls and diamonds, emeralds, emeralds and rubies. Each one an opportunity for a positive experience. Unfortunately, most people hurry by without noticing them, and even when you do see a jewel, they rarely feel anything about it. Jewel after jewel left behind, lost forever. But it doesn't have to be this way. With a little intention and skill, you can take some seconds here and there each day to weave a handful of these jewels into the fabric of your brain, your brain, and your life. Little moments of ease, pleasure, determination, joy, insight, and caring become neural structure. It is just a few jewels each day, but day after day, gradually adding up, they become the good that lasts. Stay. It's the law of little things. Lots of little bad things take people into a hard and a painful place. Lots of little good things take them to a better one. I'm often struck by how big a change a few moments can make inside my own mind or inside someone else's. I find this really hopeful since it's the little thing that we have the most influence over. You can't do anything about the past, but you do have the power to take in the good during the next few moments. As a proverb puts it, if you take care of the minutes, the years will take care of themselves. I'm just waiting that I can see one person, concurrent viewers, if he'll be like, wait, see me and at least comment. I don't know, but very welcome if you are watching this live streaming. And as you know, that we do live streaming here every day for 2 hours. It's 91 days reading challenge, and you are gone. It's okay, no problem. Sometimes it's okay to say the things because anyone who is having interest in reading, they can be stay here and they can go or see something like that. It could depend on themselves. Like, and as well, like we have started our live streaming very early, like 8 o'clock. So it could be the reason that people might be expecting that I'm going to start my live streaming at 9 o'clock. But let me tell you, we are going to start as soon as possible in the early morning. Like I'll try to do it early in the morning before 8 o'clock now. Like it could be 7 o'clock, it could be 6 o'clock. I don't know about it in future because I really want to have time in the morning, and I'll try to do it out. Might be it could come like 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock it could come because as I know that I'm not gonna wake up before 6 o'clock, so it will always be after 6 o'clock. So that is the thing, and yeah, that's very awesome. Let's start reading it again. I seen that there is one concurrent viewers, and so I thought let's greet him, let's say welcome to our live streaming, and we read here so that he can also get to know. But it's okay. Now I'm thinking that if someone comes, then if they like text or chat here, then only I'm gonna like talk, because what is happening when I was reading, I forgot where I was reading. I see here. I saw in on concurrent viewer, and what happened I forgot. Where I was reading. I need to read it again. So which is good, because reading again and again, it makes our brain think of the same thing again and again. And it makes strong now for that particular thing. So it's okay to read it again. But the thing is that whenever someone comes, I'm going to like if they if they send some text here, then I'm going to say something related to our live streaming, related to us, all of those things. But before that, let's read. It's just a few jewels each day, but day after day, gradually adding up, they become the good that lasts. It's the love little things, lots of little bad things take people to a hard and painful place, and lots of little good things take them to a better one. Now I'm often struck by now how big a change a few moments can make inside my own mind or inside someone else's. Now I find this really hopeful since it's the little thing that we have the most influence over. You can't do anything about the past, but you do have the power to take in the good during the next few moments. As a proverb puts it, if you take care of the good of the minutes, the years will take care of themselves. Taking it in. Taking the good is the deliberate internalization of positive experiences in implicit memory. It involves four simple steps. The fourth one is optional. Have a positive experience, enrich it, observe it, link positive and negative material. The first letter of each step forms the acronym HEAL. Step first activates a positive experience, and step 2 to 4 install it in your brain. It's natural to take in the good. We all know its essence, to have a positive experience and then really enjoy it. But as with any skills, you can get better at it through both learning and practice. Most positive experiences are relatively brief and mild, but taking in a half a dozen of them a day, half a minute or less at a time, will add up to something big for you. You can take in good experiences both in the flow of daily life and during special times, such as at a meal or just before bed. Taking in the good involves being a good friend to yourself. If this is hard for you, as it is for many people, you can deliberately create and take in experiences of being on your own side. Some experiences are particularly valuable to take in when your brain's avoiding harm system is threatened. You need key experiences that are directly related to it, such as a sense of protection or strength. The same is true for the approaching and attaching systems. You can use the heal step to look for and take in the experiences that would really help you these days. Drawing on the hidden power of seemingly ordinary experiences, this deceptively simple practice builds resilience, heals distress and dysfunction, improves relationship, promotes physical health, and grows a durable happiness. This chapter is about noticing positive experiences that are already present. And chapter 6 we will explore how to create a new ones. These chapters cover how to activate positive experiences. The first step have of taking in the good. Then chapter 7 it will show you how to install them in your brain using the second, third, and fourth step of taking in the good. Enrich, observe, and link. Chapter 9 will apply the skill you have learned in the previous chapter to specific situations such as a relationship and to particular issues needs such as replacing anxiety with confidence, sadness with gladness, and self-criticism with self-compassion. Chapter 10 will offer guided practice for 21 experiences and inner strengths in the guided practice in this book. There is some repetition of suggestions which you can scheme over you if you like. The fourth step of taking in the good can be powerful, but it needs to be used skillfully. Since it involves negative psychological material such as anger, grief, or shame, until we explore the fourth step in the depth in chapter 8. The guided practice will contain only the first three steps. Since taking in the good is experiential, not a conceptual, let's start with a direct experience of it. Noticing a pleasant sensation. Now you can take a half minute or more with this practice with your eyes open or closed. It's fine to do it along with other activities. Now, but in the beginning you will probably get a better sense of it if you first stop whatever else you are doing. Have or find pleasant sensation that's already present in the foreground or background of your awareness. Perhaps a relaxed feeling of breathing, or comfortable warmth or coolness, or a bodily sense of vitality or aliveness. This sensation could be subtle or mild, yet it still feels good. There may be other sensation or thoughts or feelings that are uncomfortable, and that's alright. Just let go of these for now and bring your attention to the pleasant sensation. Now when you find a pleasant sensation, move into the next step. Enrich with the pleasant sensation. Explore it a little. What is it like? Help it last. Keep your attention on it for 10, 20, or more seconds in a row. Come back to it if your attention wanders. Open to this sensation in your mind and body without stress or strain. See if it can become even fuller, even more intense. Enjoy it. Let the pleasure of this sensation help keep it going. See if you can embody it through small actions, such as shifting your body to breathe more fully, or shifting, smiling softly. Absorb wood during the second step, and right after it, intent and sense that the pleasant sensation is sinking into you as you sink into it. When you are done with this practice, see how you feel. Get a sense of what it's like to take in the good. If you weren't able to notice any pleasant sensation, either you were overwhelmed with ongoing pain, I hope not, or you just need to try it a few more times. It's natural to have different difficulties with the first step of taking in the good, and easy to underestimate it. When working with your mind, it helps to have a gentle head persistent spirit of exploration. Keep looking. If you can't find something positive right now, may it will arise a moment later. I don't know what is happening. The music of experience. Listening to a song, you can hear different part of it, such as the vocals, guitars, piano, and drums. Similarly, your experience has different part of it, including thoughts, perception, emotions, desires, and actions. At dinner earlier tonight, before writing this, our son and daughter were laughing together affectionately. The song of my experience included thinking how much they cared about each other, seeing their happy faces, feeling contented as a father, wanting them to always love each other, and learning toward them to bask in their warmth. Now, often you will take in an experience as a whole. When I hike in the hills near my home, and the beautiful view, the sense of vitality, and the pleasure in both outdoors all blend together. But there is also value in learning to do into the separate parts of your experience. Your experience gives you a greater sense of integration, of inner wholeness. Plus it enables you to turn up the volume as it never on different parts. When you need them, you could focus on thought that our people's happiness is primarily up to them, not you. A sensation of ease in your body, and emotion of calm, a desire to be a less perfectionist, or an action of unplugging from emails. Staying with one One part of your experience brings you its benefit in the moment, plus need helps it sink into your brain, which makes it easier to call up again in the future. So let's take a tour now of the major parts of your experience and the rewards they could offer you. See if you can find something in each of these parts that would be good to bring more to mind. For instance, you could focus on the feeling of gratitude if you have been disappointed, or the sensation of relaxation if you are stressed. Thoughts. Your thoughts include for factual knowledge, ideas, beliefs, expectations, viewpoints, insights, images, and memories. Some thoughts are verbal, mental self-talk, while others consist of imagery or a blend of words and pictures. Many studies demonstrated the benefits of cognitive therapy. Focused on changing thoughts now for the better. For instance, in my mid 20s, I realized that I had been a nerd, no, not a wimp, while growing up. This was a very important thought for me. A woman client once walked into my office, exhaled slowly, and said she had been thinking, "It's not my fault that my husband's alcoholic." This thought helped her stop blaming herself his drinking and help for his drinking and helped her confront him more directly. It's good to take in thoughts that are true and useful rather than untrue and harmful. These good thoughts include seeing yourself, others in the past and the future more accurately, understanding how your action leads to different results and putting things in perspective. While thoughts are of course important in general, we especially enjoy or suffer what we sense and feel and want to do, want and do. Therefore, the practices in this book emphasize these more embodied parts of your experience, sense perceptions. This is the realm of his heights. Sound, taste, smell, touch, and interrogation, interception. The internal sensation of your body, such as gurgling in your stomach. Sense perceptions are the pathway to experience of pleasure, relaxation, and vitality and strength. Each sense is a potential doorway to pleasure, such as seeing a pretty dress, hearing a good music, biting into a juicy beach, smelling fresh egg bread, scratching an itch, or frankly, finally getting to a restroom. Besides being enjoyable in its own right, pleasure typically reduces your sense of stress and initiates the process of recovering from it. Pleasure is an underrated resource for physical and mental health. When you find it, let yourself receive it fully. As this man wrote me, near my apartment in North Carolina, the huge expanse of the ancient mountains across the skyline makes me feel there is a room for every part of me. When I take in this new view, I feel myself unzip from my head to my to hand open up in a way that feels wonderful. I fill myself up with the majestic view, which makes me feel good every time I think of it later. Relaxation involves the rest and digest. Parasympathetic wing of the nervous system, the neural counterbalance to the fight or flight sympathetic wing, much like pleasure. Relaxation dial down stress. It also strengthens the human system, increases resilience, and lowers anxiety. Yeah, it's almost impossible to be very upset about something if you feel deeply relaxed. Vitality can feel intense, such as when you experience excitement at your sports team, winning a game, or a passion in dancing or love making. But much of the time, vitality is milder. Such as when you simply feel alive, whether it's powerful or subtle. Taking in a quality of vitality is especially helpful. You feel run down, melancholy, or overtaxed at home or work. Some experiences of strength have a quality to them, but locked endurance, such as simply getting through a tough childhood relationship or job, is more common. Now, one night I watched a man trudging home from a late shift and sensed from his movement and the expression on his face the stamina it took for him to just keep on going. Emotions consist of feelings and moods. Feelings are specific, often merely brief, and caused by an inner or outer stimulus. A friend smiling at you makes you happy. A minute later, his or her snippy comments, I'm getting a call. Actually, I was getting a call from one of my cousin brothers, so it's okay sometime. You we have to focus on the things. I'll start it again this because I got distracted literally, so I had started reading it. I'm seeing here, I should see to you because eventually I'm talking to you. Yeah, we are growing, we are performing some challenges, so we should look into there. And I didn't change my profile. I forgot that if someone calls on this mobile phone, then definitely live streaming will disturb. So I just turn on my profile, which is work profile. Whenever I start change profile to work, then it's like whenever whoever is calling, it doesn't matter. Then I'm not gonna get a notification, or my camera will not switch. That is the thing. So it's okay. Let's start reading them from this. Some experiences of strengths have copper quality to them, but dodged endurance, such as simply getting through a tough childhood relationship or job, is more common. One night, I watched a man trudging home from a late shift and sensed from his movement and the expression on his face the stamina it took for him to just keep on going. Emotions consist of feelings and moods. Feelings are specific, often fairly brief, and caused by an inner or outer stimulus. A friend smiling at you makes you happy. A minute later, his or her snippy comment makes you irritated. Moods are more diffuse, enduring, and independent of stimuli. Sadness is a feeling, while depression is a mood. A feeling grows moods. For example, repeatedly taking in a feelings of gladness and gratitude will tend to develop a mood of contentment. In turn, moods grow feelings, a basic sense of contentment with life, foster feelings of thankfulness and joy. Consequently, taking in positive feelings can lift your mood, which will bring you more positive feelings, which can lift your mood further. One of the sweetest emotions, of course, is love. As this woman told me about every night before I turn out the lights, I check on my young sleeping son and say quietly, "May you be happy, healthy, safe, and at peace." The love I feel from doing this sink into me. One night after I returned to my room and pulled up the covers. The joy in my heart continued to expand, and I decided to extend it toward my husband. I thought about how much I loved him, and the feelings of joy kept flowing into me. I had a huge smile on my face in the dark, and I went to sleep a very happy person. A very happy person. Sometimes it's good to see if you are getting subscriber or not. It's just kind of I can say the habit. It's nothing like more than that. Like a habit of seeing or feeling, making feel ourselves good, something like that. It's kind of more like that. So it's okay even if people are not good. Subscribe. It's like I don't like we don't have any problem. The thing is that we are growing, we are reading, we are gonna grow, we are gonna perform some challenges which will make us improve better than today. Will be going to be better tomorrow. I'm just seeing myself in live streaming how I'm doing the things, but most of the time I should look here, not should here. And if I'm not gonna look here, there, it is not good. So I should look here. So I'm gonna do that. Our desires include hopes, wishes, longings, wants, and needs. They also included motivations and inclinations, values, morals, aspirations, purpose, and goals, as well as aversion, drivenness, clinging, craving, and addiction. Your desires can be aimed at the outer world, wishing that somebody would not blow off your needs, let's say, or at the inner one, such as intending to stay strong when you speak up against this treatment. Positive desires lead to happiness and benefits, such as intending to get a glass of water when you are thirsty, while negative ones lead to suffering and harm, such as intending to get a cigarette when you are stressed. Therefore, when you are experiencing a positive desire, notice it and take it in. Be aware of factors in your mind that support good desires, such as determination or conviction, and take this in as well. When you do not act on a bad desires, notice the good results and take in relief, satisfaction, and sense of worth that we have earned. Actions. Now, I'm using actions broadly to include both what we do outwardly, behaviors, facial expressions, posture, the words we speak or write, and the internal inclination and skills that procedure produces of observable actions, such as a tendency to reach out to others who are hurting, and the capacity to listen emphatically. You can help yourself act more effectively by really registering the actions you want to support, either while actually engaging in them or simply imagining doing them. For example, suppose you would like to be more assertive with pushy people, which could involve leaning forward rather than back, lifting up your chest, making confident gesture, or speaking firmly. Then, when you do imagine any of these actions, stay with your experience of this for 10 or more seconds, helping it sink in. One woman used these methods to help herself change how she got her kids ready for school. My 7 and 9-year-old daughters love to sleep in, so getting them up has never been easy. And we would usually have a rushed, hectic, cranky morning. Eventually, I decided to learn a different way. I started going in early to each of their rooms. I lean over next to their sleeping little bodies to give them a good long sniff as I kiss them on the cheek. They still smell like babies, and I know this will not last forever. These motherly feelings sink into me, which makes me comfortable with this way of waking my girls. I take in the goodness of their baby smell and hold it in my heart for a few moments while they are still sleeping. It makes me so happy. Then I playfully, gently rub their hair and back and wake them. And sweetness I feel doing this becomes a part of me. This almost always results in a happy place and wake up with smiles and hugs and get to savor the moments that will be gone much too soon. The stage of awareness. When earlier in the chapter you did the practice of noticing a pleasant sensation, you used the simplest way to have no positive experience. Now notice something good that's already present in your mind. Awareness is like the stage in the theater. At any moment, something is the foreground of awareness, under the spotlight of attention, such as these words that you are reading simultaneously in the background of awareness of the off to the side of the estate. You are experiencing other things too, such as sensations, sounds, and feelings. This gives you two places to look for good experiences that you are already having. See if you can find something pleasurable or useful in the foreground of your awareness under the spotlight right now. Perhaps a sense of interest, well-being, or determination. Maybe you just add the feeling pleasantly full. It doesn't have to be big or intense. It's still positive. Similarly, as you go through your day, there will be many moments when there is something positive in the front of your mind, such as the good smell of coffee, warm feelings for a friend, or a sense of relief as the day finally winds down. Each time you notice and take in one of these good experiences is a break in the daily race, a kind of pit stop for respite and a refueling, as this person found one morning. It was dark when I awoke, and I listened to the magical sound of light rain on the skylights, warmly snuggled under my comforter. I felt safe and loved and soaked in this feeling after getting up. The dogs and I headed to the dog park, which we had to ourselves in the early morning. It was quiet, no birds chirping, very few no cars going by, a sense of peace and solitude in busy city. I felt so grateful. I closed my eyes, breathed deeply, and gave myself to it. I'm just taking my charge. Next, see if you can find something positive in the background of your awareness. It's like eating a meal. Even though most of your attention is on the food, you are also conscious of other sounds and the room as a whole. In the same way, as you read now, there could be a pleasant background sense of relaxation in your body, or an attitude of curiosity or hopelessness. Hopefulness, no, not a hopelessness, a hopefulness now floating in the back of your mind. Now, once you find something positive in the background of your awareness, focus on it to bring it to the foreground. Learn what it's like to shift things from back to the front of your mind. Since there is usually something pleasant or beneficial somewhere in your awareness, getting more skillful with these shifts. Shifting creates many opportunity to have the core of your experience at any moment. Now, what is in the foreground? Now, be positive. Now, further, since neural encoding increases for what's under the spotlight of attention, moving an aspect of your experience to the front of your awareness heightens its transfer into brain structure. For a sense of shifting a part of your experience from the background to the foreground, try the practice in the box, bringing a feeling to the front of awareness this way. To stay with something good in the foreground, you need to remain undistracted by things in the background. Simply let them be without resisting or chasing after them. You can bring attention to them later if it feels right. Bringing a feeling to the front of awareness. This practice involves noticing something good in the background of awareness and moving it to the foreground. You will be applying this process to one part of your experience, feelings. How while you are reading here, various feelings are naturally operating in back of your mind related to this book or to the other things. They could be mild or subtle, and they might include negative feelings, but probably at least one or more of these feelings is positive, such as calm, confidence, basic well-being, or warm feeling toward others. Take a moment to be quiet with yourself and listen to what's murmuring in happens that my connection lost and just because of power get cut off. Now I have to wait for like my connection is back. Yeah, it's back and it's awesome. And we're gonna read. Find the feeling you like and focus on it. And rich. Now, once a positive feeling is in the foreground of your awareness, stay with it. Let it get more intense if possible. And feel it in your body. Absorb, meanwhile, get a sense that the feeling is sinking into as you sink into it. Open to this feeling and receive it. Now, how do you feel after doing this practice? Take a moment to replay this process to deepen your sense of moving things from the back to the front of your mind. Linking and wanting. Now, once you start having a good experience, a natural tendency is to want to keep hold of it. Now, but if you do this, you are no longer flowing with the experience and are interested instead standing apart from it, trying to freeze and possess it. Now, then there is no more good experience. It's like listening to music. If you hear a great riff and try to replay it in your mind while the song continues, the enjoyment goes out of the music. Therefore, the art is to is to like the good experience without wanting it. Linking involves enjoying, appreciating, and relishing. Now, by wanting, I mean drivenness, insistence, compulsion, pressure, grasping after, getting attached to, craving, and clinging. Yeah, in your subcortex and brainstem. Connected but separate circuits handle liking and wanting. This means you can like something without wanting it, such as enjoying the taste of ice cream while still running down second serving after a big meal. People Now, people can also want something without liking it, such as the ones I have seen mechanically pulling the slot machine handle over in casino. Hardly seeming to care if it pays off. Liking what's pleasant is natural, and there is no harm in it. The trouble comes when we want things that aren't good for us or for others, such as wanting to drink too much or eat win arguments at any cost. Trouble also comes when what we want is good, but how we try to get it is bad. Now, I want to get to work on time. Good. No, but often I drive too fast to get there. But and almost honestly, I think there is a trouble in sheer experience of wanting itself. Notice what it feels like to want to have a strong sense of desire, to be driven toward a goal. The Norse root of the word want means like. Wanting is different now from inspiration, aspiration, commitment, intention, ambition, or passion. Can you aim high and work hard without getting caught up in drivenness based on deficit or disturbance? Wanting activates the reactive mode of your brain and feels contracted and stressful. Consider this saying: liking without wanting is heaven, while wanting without liking is hell. The practical takeaway here is to enjoy your experiences as they flow through you without getting attached to them, and to pursue good ends with good means without becoming driven by it. When you notice something good in your experience, and to pursue good ends with good means without becoming driven about it. When you notice something good in your experience, gently encourage it to last without trying to hold on it. Your brain tends to keep looking for something new to want. By repeatedly taking in experience that you like without tipping into wanting them, you could gradually undo the habit of wanting itself. Low hanging fruit. It's quite remarkable to recognize that your awareness is any moment usually contains some positive elements, unless you are overwhelmed by something terrible in your stream of consciousness. Right now are aspects of the peace, contentment, and love you have always wished for. With just a little use of attention, good experiences are available to you throughout the day. They are like a low-hanging fruit that you have to notice. As soon as you notice them, yum, they are delicious. Most of the good experiences you are already having are like small sweet cherries, a relaxing breath, a good intention, pleasant sight or sound, or a shared jokes with a friend. Whenever you like, you can nibble on these experiences simply by noticing them and letting them nourish you. Even awareness itself, a kind of space that holds all the parts of your experiences as positive aspects that you can always notice. A TV screen is not changed by either the beautiful or the ugly images it shows. Similarly, awareness is never stained or damaged by what passes through it. This gives awareness an inherent quality of reliability and tranquility. Tranquility. Even if you are depressed or in a great pain, you can find refuge and relief in the awareness that contains this and any other difficult contents of mind. There are two ways to do step first how of taking in the good. Notice a positive experience that is already present or create one. You can notice a positive experience in either the foreground or background of your awareness. Try to be more aware of the experiences hovering in the background, which will give you more good things to take in. Be aware of the different parts of your experience, including thoughts, sense, perceptions, emotions, desires, and actions. Each of these could be a good to take in. Thoughts include inner speech as well as images, expectations, perspective, plans, and memories. Useful sensory experiences include pleasure, relaxation, vitality, and strength. Emotions consist of challengeable feelings and enduring moods. So repeatedly taking in certain feelings could shift or related mood. Desire include your hopes, intentions, morals, and wants. Actions include your behaviors as well as your inclinations and skills. Your brain has a separate system for linking and wanting. Consequently, it is possible to like something without wanting it. If you let yourself have positive experiences without trying to hold on to them, you will enjoy them more and won't get carried away by the drivenness and pressure of wanting them. Noticing good experiences gives you many opportunities to take in the good day, each day. Good each day. Even noticing your own awareness is an opportunity for a good experience. Good experience. Since awareness is inherently peaceful and never tainted or harmed by what passes through it. Chapter 6, we have started chapter 6, and it's very awesome that we are going through it. We are showing off. As you see that I was getting very much sleepy, it was tempting me to go for sleep. Like actually I was like literally stressed, my eyes were stressed, I was getting yawning, my leg was getting stressed, and it was just showing me that I should go and sleep. But I showed off. I had patience. I was having patience at that time. I was showing off myself, and it worked. I'm still reading. I'm going to complete my this 2 hour reading challenge, and it is very awesome. So that is how the thing works. If we showed off, if we didn't get driven by our thoughts, our feelings, then definitely you are going to do your best or at the things that you are doing. So you don't have to driven by your emotions, you have to driven by your own values, your own things, your own commitments, and see yourself changing, how you are going to change. And definitely we are going to change ourselves with this live streaming, with our practice of reading every day. Besides that, we are going to get other challenges which we are going to show here, and it will make us improve, which we are going to see in the future. I know about it and you also know about it, and we are going to have it very good. So let's grow together. Why I'm telling this, there is one thing that I'm doing actually the editing challenge, and I am showing off every day. Like yesterday I recorded myself, and I showed you that I did the things, I showed off myself, I like watched the videos. And there is one person who is literally following editing challenge together, and let's see how it goes. And it's very awesome if you're watching this particular particular period of time. Then let's see how we grow. If you're really interesting, if you really interesting to read, or I can't say read, I'm reading because I want to improve myself. By reading, I'm going to get good pronunciation, I'm going to get vocabulary, I'm going to get some kind of information. There are lots of things that coming into my mind. Besides that, I'm getting used to talk with people. I'm used to talk, like being in in front of people, I can talk. So it is just eventually it is just improving myself. That is why I'm doing live streaming, that is why I have created my channel, that is why I'm uploading the videos, that is why we are doing this, so that we can improve ourselves. So let's grow together. If you're watching, let's follow things together. If you have something in your mind that you want to do, just comment it out so that we can do this challenge as well. If it is not in me, but if it is in me, like it's kind of a skill, like let's say coding skill. If I'm having coding skill already, so for me taking a challenge learning coding skill, it will be kind of very easy because I'm usually doing it every day. So it's not kind of challenge for me, because challenge is the thing that will make you feel uncomfortable, like reading here. As you see today, that while reading I was feeling sleepy, so it was kind of challenge for me to show off here even I was feeling sleepy. Now for editing challenge as well, it was very difficult for me to see videos as well, because I have to work and to take time off and see videos. It's kind of like, oh, it's kind of challenging, and I have to show off, and I'm showing off. So that is what we are going to do every day. That is what challenge is all about. So again I'm telling that, yeah, it's a very awesome things that we are doing. We are growing together, we are gonna grow, and we are gonna get things done. Let's see how it works. Chapter 6, we are on chapter 6, and we are going to see how many. We are going very fast, like it's 330 pages, and I guess within 3 or 4 days it will be like soon, like this chapter will be end. Like there is one target I have in my mind, that I'm going to complete 20 books. Earlier it was 24 books, but there was some issues, so I updated the uh, I updated my reading goal, not books goal actually, how many books I'm going to complete this year in 2025. That I was like updated, and it's 20 books, and I have almost completed, I guess, 5 books, yeah, I guess 5 books. And let's see how it goes, if I'll be able to complete 20 books or not. Now I have to show, or I have to read reading challenge, not reading challenge actually, but I'll read more books on weekends, so that I can complete my read like 20 books for this year. But I think I'm gonna complete without like reading on weekends, because like if I'm gonna show you how many books I have completed, so it's kind of 336, it's 7 book. Yeah, it's at the book that we are going to complete at night. Okay, and yeah, that will be very easy for us to complete, so it's okay, we are going to do this, and let's see how it goes. Creating positive experiences. In the previous chapter, we explored how to notice good experience that was already present. And the other way to have a good experience is to create one, and we'll look at how to do that in this chapter. Creating a positive experience can be as simple as looking around to find a pleasant sight, or thinking of something that makes you happy. Often you will do nothing just because it feels good. At other times you will call up the experience of an inner strength to respond to a challenge. Perhaps a plane ride is a alarmingly shaky, so you take some deep breaths to calm down. Or someone cuts you off in traffic, and you remind yourself not to take it personally. Whether you are doing it simply to feel good or to meet a challenge, being able to self-activate useful states of mind to get the song playing that you want in a radio station is fundamental to psychological healing, everyday well-being, and effectiveness, personal growth, and spiritual practice. Nonetheless, it's hard at first for many people to call up positive experiences at will. Particularly one that would be helpful in certain situations or for certain needs. For example, If you are feeling stressed, it can take practice to create a sense of relaxation in your body. If you have been hurt, it can take a while to remember a friend and feel seen and appreciated. The states of mind that would be most useful for a person are often the hardest to self-generate. But with practice, you will get better at this. And as you repeatedly internalize the experiences you create, they will begin to emerge naturally for you as inner strengths when life goes bump. From idea to embodied experience. Now try these ways to help thoughts about a good fact become good feelings, sensations, desires, and actions related to it. Now be aware of your body as well as the good fact. Now soften and open your mind and body with a sense of receiving the fact. Think about aspects of the good fact that naturally encourage positive emotions, sensations, desires, and actions. Be kind toward yourself. Like an inner voice saying, "Go ahead, this is real, it's true, it's all right to feel good about it." Imagine that this good fact is in the life of a friend. Now, what experience would you wish for him or her? Now, could you wish the same experience for yourself? Try this with various experience. Now, for example, let's see strong walls may become a feeling of protection. Let knowing that a hard day is behind you bring relief. Let remembering some of your accomplishments support a sense of worth. Let observing that you are included in a group of nurture a feeling of belonging. Let's explore a variety of ways to create a good experience. With some example for each one. Many of these methods are based on finding good facts. You are not making anything up. You are seeing what's true. What is objective? Reality. Recognizing good facts does not deny bad facts. You are simply focusing on facts that could legitimately prompt a good experience. Often we see a good fact but don't have any feelings about it. This seemingly small step from idea to embodied experience is critically important, for without it there is not much to install in your brain. In terms of building natural structure, what matters is not the event or circumstance or condition itself, but your experience of it. Knowing without feeling is like a menu without a meal. For ways to turn a good fact into a good experience, see the box. Now from idea to embodied experience in this page. Current setting at almost any time when wherever you are, you can find a good fact in your immediate situations. Now look around right now. Now can you see anything that is appealing or beautiful and get good feeling from it? Now can you hear anything that could give you a sense of comfort or reassurance? Are you touching something such as chair, clothing, or pages of a book that you are glad to have in your life? Now, are there people nearby whom you like or appreciate? Include things that are small or that you normally pass over. For instance, typing these words, I began paying attention to my keyboard, recognizing a good fact, and then started appreciating what clever and useful invention it is. Having a good experience on the 0 to 10 intensely scale, my gratitude for keyboards is 1, but it's still a positive experience. I have used keyboards for 40 years that never had any particular feeling about them until now. Under my nose all along was an opportunity that I had missed. There is a bonus in recognizing a previously overlooked good fact. Once you do see it, there is a multiplier effect in which you will keep recognizing that good fact in the future. Here is one woman's story of finding good facts in an unlikely setting. Now, I live in Detroit, where 40% of the land has been abandoned, which means that it's like living in nature amidst urban ruins. The other day, when I was out in the urban prairie, I was literally stopped in my track by a tree full of raucous birds. raucous birds. I looked up, taking in the sounds and the sight, letting them fill every part of me. I became aware of the hum of a distant freeway, which create a symphony played by birds and cars. Taking in moments like these has helped me see the world in a new way. Sometimes the late afternoon sunlight on the red brick of an abandoned building can be almost too beautiful for words. We are gonna read this para. In the last day or so, it's likely that many things have happened that you could fully feel good about. Consider things that were physically pleasurable, such as splashing water on your face in the morning or snuggling into your pillow at night. How about things you got done, even as simple as a load of laundry or returning some emails? Finding positive meaning in ordinary event is a good way to create a positive experience. Probably in the last 24 hours you had a meal one felt good about you, and you saw or heard something you liked before going to sleep. You could take in a good feelings about at least one thing from the day. One person told me about doing this for a whole year. On a New Year's Day, I started a good year box. Each day I put a note inside about something good that happened. I will read the all New Year's now. When a little something good happens in my day, I feel it instead of busily glossing over it. Also think about the many things that could have gone badly but didn't, such as the accident that didn't occur on the way to work, the dish that didn't break, and the flu that didn't sent you to bed. We don't recognize this sort of good fact for two reasons. First, there is no stimulus to attract attention. It's hard to notice something that didn't happen. Second, the absence of a daily flood of bad events is happily the norm in most lives. Your brain filters out things that don't change, both the refrigerators hum and the routine absence of disasters. While this process called the habituations is an efficient use of neural resources, it makes us miss opportunities for good experiences. Try to recognize at least one thing a day that could have been a real mess but wasn't, and then take a moment to feel good about it. And that's all for today's reading. We have completed, we have showed today as well, and it's a very awesome day. And we are going to continue until 91 days. After that, we are going to decide what we have to do. But let's grow together, let's learn together, let's read together. And it's very awesome day, and I'm about to end this live streaming. Thank you for watching, thank you for being with me, thank you for reading with me, thank you for growing with me, and let's grow together. And again, it's a very awesome day, and I'm going to end this live streaming. Thank you very much. Bye bye.